Okay, so once you have located that area, that solid area, that magnet right there, you want to turn the engine over. Okay, so the flywheel is facing down, and you want to go ahead and make sure that part of the flywheel is hanging off the edge of a stool. That way you'll know when the flywheel has become loose. Now go ahead and use the mallet and start tapping on the solid end of the flywheel. Okay? Make sure you do not bang the mallet on the fins, on the cooling fins. Let me show you what happens if you do that. Okay, especially on these Chinese scooters, the flywheel can be very fragile. Okay, this is what can happen. Your fins can and will break off. I'm telling you right now, this is a huge thing. Okay, so make sure this does not happen to your flywheel, because if it does, you need to replace the flywheel, and they're about $40, so you don't want to do that. Okay? Alright, so once you've done that, you can go ahead and try and work the flywheel off, and it should pop off just like that. Alright, and there's your flywheel. Okay? Xingya, that's the Chinese company that built this flywheel. And engine, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay? Place that over there. Now we've come to the crankcase removal. Right now, let me show you 4 different screws right here. Okay, notice that they are Phillips head screws, so they may bust very easily. Okay, so what I want you to do, instead of taking a Phillips head screwdriver, go ahead and take a flathead screwdriver and make sure that it is slightly bigger than the actual screw head. That way it won't be as easy to bust. Alright, now these are screws that can be very easily busted, so I'm telling you again, please use a flathead. Okay, place the flathead deeply into the screw, and the screw should start unscrewing. Okay, so go ahead and do that to all 4 screws. Reminder, again, I'm saying this for the 3rd time, do not use a Phillips head screwdriver. You will definitely bust these screws, and if you bust them, that's it. There will be a very small chance that you'll even be able to remove these screws. The only other way to remove these screws is to drill, and that's kind of a tough job. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove these 4 screws. Okay, I've loosened up the screws enough so that way I can remove the actual flywheel housing and crankcase. Okay, now if you remove the screws, chances are your gasket is sealed in half of the crankcase to the other half. So what you want to go ahead and do, you want to grab Mr. Mallet, and you want to go ahead and bang on this side. Okay, and it should pop off. Alright, just try and pop it off with your hands after that. Okay guys, so part of it has popped off. Now you can do the rest by hand. Alright, this part's going to be kind of tricky, so if you're kind of weak, you want to ask somebody stronger to do this. You want to go ahead and try and remove this by hand, alright? If not, if you don't have anybody stronger, you can go ahead and use the mallet again and try and work it off, alright? Okay guys, popped off. Now we are looking at the crank, part of the crankcase. And actually we removed already most of the crankcase already, so but yeah, you're looking at part of it, and this is your crankshaft right here, so it's pretty cool to look at. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Now if you want to remove this whole thing completely, you want to go ahead and remove your catcher pawl. Alright, this is what catches, this is the catcher for your pull starter. You want to go ahead and remove that, and that's the only way you'll be able to remove the crankshaft. Alright, so thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to visit www.mountmotor.com and email us at support@mountmotor.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.